Would you like to submit tenders directly online via simap.ch? Now it's easy and doesn't require switching applications. Find out here how online submission works. Sandra would like to modify her invitation to tender for snow clearing vehicles so that tenderers can submit their tenders directly online via simap.ch. To do this, Sandra goes to Projects in the left-hand sidebar, finds her invitation to tender and clicks on Edit Invitation to Tender. Under Project Information, she specifies how tenders can be submitted: online via simap.ch, online outside of simap.ch, physically or by other means. See formal requirements. She may also allow multiple forms of submission. In the tender documentation, Sandra defines which types of submission are permitted and how online tenders must be signed to be valid. Once saved, online submission is activated and Sandra publishes the invitation to tender in the usual way. Severin finds the Snow Clearing Vehicles project on simap.ch and checks the specified form of submission under Tender Submission. He uses the online submission option on simap.ch, the most efficient way to submit his tender. Severin expresses his interest, clicks on Create Tender, and uploads the necessary documents either from his profile or from a local storage device. He checks the list of uploaded documents, saves the submission, and checks in the Submissions tab whether all documents are complete. He also checks whether electronic signatures are present and valid. simap.ch checks these automatically using the official validator of the Federal Administration. 24 hours before the deadline, the system sends an email reminder to all tenderers who have activated the Electronic Submissions option in the project's notification settings, reminding them of any outstanding submissions. By clicking on Submit Tender, the offer is considered binding. No further changes are possible after this point. The status Tender Submitted appears, and Severin receives an email confirmation provided he has activated this function for the project. In the Tenderers tab, Sandra checks who has submitted a tender and who has expressed interest only. As long as the deadline for submitting tenders is open, the contents are locked. Once the deadline has passed, Sandra can view and download the documents by clicking on Open Tender. Tenders are stored in the system for 365 days after the deadline and are then deleted automatically. As soon as a tender is opened, its status changes automatically. This change is final. Sandra can also export the tender opening log as an Excel file. After evaluating the tenders based on the specified criteria, Sandra clicks on Create Award. You can find the next steps in the relevant explainer video. Procurement offices select online via simap.ch as the form of submission, as it is fast, secure and efficient. It enables tenderers to submit their complete and signed documents online. Take the next step towards digital procurement by using online submission on simap.ch.